Okay, partner opens one heart or one spade. Responder has three or more in a major, a short side suit. Oh, we saw that before, didn't we, where there was a short spade suit up there. Huh. Okay, we're going to count some extras, not in your hand, the opener, but in the partner's hand, the dummy, if they've got help. And so if you have a void, well, it's almost like having an ace, isn't it? Because you're going to just start taking tricks with the trump. So it's about three or more. If you have a singleton, only one in the suit, maybe about 2 points, because after they play their ace, now you can rough it. It's almost like a king, so it might be worth more than 2. If you have a doubleton, 2 in a suit, give yourself 1 point for that for your side suits, because if your partner has 3 and you only have 2, you can rough the third one, provided you have 3 or 4 trumps. Okay, one heart.
I've got a kind of a dumb question.
No dumb questions.
Is the winning bid suit?
Sorry again?
How is Trump determined?
Trump is determined during the bidding phase. We have all 4 people sitting at the table, and the person who dealt will make the first bid. They could pass or they could bid. If they have 12 to 21 points and they have a major, they will say it, one heart. Now it's up to the clockwise, to the next person, and they can bid, but they must bid in a higher ranking suit. If they want to bid in a lower ranking suit, they have to go to the next level. So it goes 1 spade, this person would have to go 2 diamonds. But let's say they pass. Now this person goes 2 spades, the partner of the opening. They have 6 points to 9, and they have 3 or 4 spades. They say 2 spades, a sign-off bid. This person passes. It comes back to me. I say 4 spades. Gee, I must have a really good hand because my partner always got 6 to 9. So let's say I've got 18 points. I think close enough. My partner has 7, close enough. And it passes out, and this person plays the ace of diamonds, and the dummy comes down, and the dummy's only got 1 diamond. Well, if I play the king of diamonds, then I'll just say, okay, rough it in the dummy, partner. And that's how it's done.
The trump is whoever wins the bid, the suit they...
Yes, whoever wins the bid in the bidding phase, now they get the boss. They're the Donald Trump of the world. Okay. If you can't support your partner's major, you could go 1 heart to 1 spade if you can't support. If you have 4 spades, remember you need 5 to open, but if you're a responder, you only need 4. Don't do it with 3. Or if you don't even have 4, you could just bid 1 no trump. And 1 no trump says, here again, I have 6 to 9 points. I don't have a lot. I'd just as soon, dude, I can't even support your hearts. I'm sorry about that. Okay, if you want to bid a new suit at the 2 level, a new suit, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, you better have 10 points or more. They call it the 5 and dime bid. Should be 5 long, should be 10 or more points. So if your partner's got 12 and if you've got 10, you've got about 23 points or more as your partnership. Even if you end up playing in 2 no trump, you'll be okay. 3 no trump, maybe, who knows? Okay, if you do want to go to the other major, 1 spade, 2 hearts. This is a little advanced, but just say you heard it here first. You really want to have 5. You don't need to have 5 in these suits if you don't have it. But when you say hearts, the majors, you like to have the 5-card suit. And 10 points still. Okay, responders' new suit bids are, say it with me, forcing. So here's it again, forcing. Okay? So it goes 1 heart, 1 spade. My bid is forcing. Do not pass me, please. Say, oh, I've only had 12 points, and I got 2 jacks. I might have 20 points in my hand. You know, who knows? So just when your partner bids a new suit, it's forcing. Okay? Only exception is if it was passed. You know, I pass, and now you go 1 spade. I go 2 clubs. Well, I guess I have 10 points or 11 points, but I didn't have 12 or I would have opened. So you can pass me. If I'm a passed hand and you don't want to bid but just 1 time, okay. But if it's an unpassed hand, UPH, then don't pass your partner. At least if you're riding with them in the car. If you're playing at your friend's house, you may not get a ride home if you pass them. They won't like that. So make sure you respond to them. Okay, duplicate scoring. Non-vulnerable or vulnerable games. If you get a game bonus, Now you got to bid the game. You got to bid 4 hearts, 4 spades, or 3 no trump. You'll get 300 points if it's non-vulnerable. If it is a vulnerable game, you'll get 500 extra points besides your trick score. In the minors, we get 20 points per trick. You make 3 diamonds, 20, 40, 60. It's not enough for game. Remember, you need to have a 5 level. If you bid 3 and you made 5 diamonds, you don't get the game bonus. You didn't bid it. You don't get that nice bonus. If you bid 4 hearts, just a second, okay, 4 times 30, major suits are worth 30. That's 120 plus your game bonus, non-vulnerable. 120 plus 300 would be 420. And if you pull out the bidding box, and I'll answer your question, and you pull out where it says 4 spades, look at 4 spades on the back of it, please. Pull out the 4 spade. And on the back of it, it says 4 spades, and then underneath it says equal symbol, and then to the right of that it says 420. That's that 300 point bonus plus another 120, 4 tricks beyond your book. So that's 40 times 30. It shows it right there. Omit the next 2. See where it says red? Red means vulnerable. It means danger. Will Robinson, it means more. Now it's a 500 point bonus, so it's 120 plus 500, 620. Isn't that nice? They've got it all calculated. And if you look underneath it, it says plus 1. That meant you bid 4 spades and you made 5 spades, then you get an extra 30 points because you made an extra over trick there. Anyway, that's a little bit about how that works. Don't worry about it if you didn't get that, but just to let you know, it's right there on the back of those cards. Handy. Okay, well, how about what's better than a game bonus? Anybody know? What's better than a game? Slam bonus. Perfect. Slam bonus means you not only have to take 10 tricks, you have to take another 2. You need 12 tricks in any suit. Could be the minors. And you get 500 point bonus if you're non-vulnerable. If you are vulnerable and you make 12 tricks, you get another 750. So you get the 500, the 750, and your original tricks, which how many you need? 12. 30 times 6 in the major, that's 180 plus all these others. Woohoo! And if you get all 13 tricks and you bid it, you get 1,000 points plus the 500 and plus your trick score. Or if you're vulnerable, you're going to be over 2,000 to get all these things racking up. You're going to be big time. Vulnerable means a concept that was invented in 1930s by Harold Vanderbilt when he was on a cruise ship in the Caribbean, I think, and he's like, in some other games, I see where there's more risk and reward. In an auction bridge, we don't have this. Let's make it contract bridge where we have a notion of vulnerability, and there'll be extra risk and extra reward sometimes. So if you take a look on one of the boards here, this one, it shows green. Green is safe. This one, it shows red. These people going this direction are vulnerable. It means they get extra points. There's extra risk. Sometimes the opponents, I'm going to compete, and even if they try to double me for penalty, it's not going to hurt that bad, so I'm going to make them really bid up high. So it makes the game a little bit more fun. It's kind of an arbitrage arrangement, if you will. Okay, let's go to our first hand.
Who determines that?
I will answer that question as best I can right now. So we're going to put the south hand in that direction so it'll line up with what you're seeing on the screen. And so the question was, how do we determine that? I tell some of my bridge players how you know what board is vulnerable or not. They say, you've got too much free time on your hands. The first board is nobody's vulnerable. The next board, north, is vulnerable. The next board, board 3, is east-west is vulnerable. And board 4 is everybody's vulnerable. So if you want to think about changing that into letters of the alphabet, it would be like the letter O. O for 0, and then north, and then east, and then both. It would be ONEB. And I think ONEB, O-N-E-B. Well, how about board 5? It just shifts one. So rather than ONEB, It starts with the N. Board 5 is north. It's N-E-B-O. Oh, it's Nebo for 5 through 8. And then it's E-bone. And then, listen to this. 13 through 16 is bone, B-O-N-E. Both, and then 0, and then north, and then east and west. But you didn't really want to know that, so just look on the board. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and take a look at your cards. The first thing we do when we get to a hand, we pull them out. And if you're like me, what you'll do is you'll never have your cards over the table, because if one of them bounces out of your hand and it faces up, your partner could be barred from bidding if it's a face card. So I always take my cards behind there. And second reason is because the opponents are less likely to be able to see your cards if you've got them beyond the table. Now, if they drop and they go to the floor, it's not a penalty. Okay, we normally sort them by suit. Red, black, high to low if you wish, however you like to have it organized. Make them so they're kind of tidy, so you'll not have one card hiding behind another, and then you find out later you've got it, and your opponents will, why didn't you follow suit earlier? I'm sorry, I didn't see my card. And make sure that when they're black that you don't have spades and then have a little club in there with it. Okay, so you've all got your cards. All right, I think on the board I have where I wanted the dealer to be. And I said for this one, let's have the dealer be south. South, which is the person furthest away from me. What do you want to do with your hand? Do you want to pass or do you want to make a bid? And if so, what bid would you make? I hear one heart. If we look at the hand here in the south hand, down this way, the one's furthest away, do we agree that this would be an opening hand? Is it between 12 and 21 points? Yes. Does it have 5 or more hearts? Yeah. Yes. Okay, so I guess we'll open one heart. Good. Then off to, who comes after this person? Who comes after south? West. West. Go west, young ladies. Do you want to make a call with the west hand?
That's the missing person here.
I will take a look at it. Mine is not quite good enough. I'm not going to get in the way. I'd have to come in at the 2 level, right? If I like my diamonds, I can't bid 1 diamond because that's a lower ranking suit. I'd have to go 2 diamonds. I'm not going to do that. I better have 6 of them or a good 5. So I'm going to pass over here with the west hand. And it leaves it up to north. The partner of the opener, which we call the responder, do they want to make a call? How many points do they have? 7 points, I hear. Excellent. Do you like your hand or not like your hand? Is it okay? It's a little so-so. So do we have enough that we can support our partner's suit? They opened a heart. Can we support the partner's suit? Do we have an 8-card fit? Yeah, we do. We have 3. So what is our bid? 2 hearts, not 3 hearts. That's 10 to 12. Just 2 hearts. Partner, I kind of want to sign off. My hand isn't going to set the world on fire. This is not a showstopper. I'm just as soon playing 2 hearts. Unless you've got some extras, my request is that we pass. I have 6 to 9. Okay, over to the next hand, which would be east hand. I think they're going to pass. Back to south hand. South, what be thy bidding? It went 1 heart, 2 hearts, pass, and after 3 passes, it passes out. So if you pass, it'll pass out. Do you want to go 3 hearts, 4 hearts, or
3 hearts?
3 hearts over here. And do you want to go 3 or 4? How many points do you have here? How do you evaluate your hand?
18 or 19.
Okay, let's take a look at that. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. 1 for length or 2 for length? 2, 20. Maybe 20. Wow, pretty good hand. Oops, I didn't want to do that. If you have that much, I'd say go 4 hearts. 3.5 hearts rounds to 4, okay? So if you've got 19 to 21 points, even if your partner's got 6, fine. Let's go. Okay, but let's see if it really is going to make it. Do you want me to go through with you on the first hand and then start playing them after this? I think we're doing pretty good time-wise. So I'll put the first one up on the screen as best I can. Okay, and this is Deep Finesse. Load deal from file, and we're going to be doing 5-1. Okay, hopefully these look about the same as we saw here. There's that nice heart suit, 8 points, and 2 distribution because you've got a 6 bagger. Okay, so we're going to have now, we go to 4 hearts. You can see it. Excuse me, right down here, the contract is 4 hearts. And what do you want to lead here from west? What do you all feel? What would be a good lead from the west hand? The ace might be fine because you have a king with it. If you had only the ace and 2 little, you wouldn't capture anything with it. You'd gather no much. You get 2 3s and 4s, and you'll say, well, that didn't help much. But with a king, it's not so bad because now you have an opportunity to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of this here, I guess because I'm not hooked up to the internet. So yeah, with the king, it's okay because your partner might have a queen, right? Yeah. And how, if you had the queen over here, how would you signal your partner when they played the ace? Would you smile? Nod your head? No, you can't do that. You can do it by the cards you play. You don't always have to play a low one. If you played like a 5 or a 10, your partner's like, whoa, I only have 3 and they played the 10. A high means they like, a low means they dislike. So you could, by the way you signal to your partner, not by looking at them, but by the magnitude of the card to show whether you have the queen. So if I have the queen over here, my partner play the ace, I'd play the 10 like, come on, baby, come on, let's go. Because I know you got the king, you shouldn't just play an ace unprotected. Should be guarded with another. So you would do that. So yeah, an ace would be a good lead. You might also just lead the top of a broken sequence. Let's say we do the ace. I think they do the jack of clubs, so let's see what happens when they do it. Okay, the jack of clubs, and we could either win it from the north or the south hand. We win it from the south hand with the ace. And how many losers do we have? Oh, do you remember that back about half an hour ago? I said, when we're in a suit contract, you count the number of losers. When we're in a no trump, you count the number of winners. Like, whatever. What did he mean by that? Now it makes sense, is that you want to get 10 tricks. How many losers do you have in hearts? How many cards are in the suit? 13. How many do you have? 9. Even if they're 10-4 against you, you've got all of those, right? No problems in hearts. How about in the spades? How many losers do you have there? 2. Yeah, right? These 2 here. No help from partner. Okay, so there's 2 losers. How many losers in diamonds? 2. There's 2 more. That's 4 losers. If we are bidding 4 hearts, 6 plus 4 is 10. Oh, we can't lose 4, right? We can only lose 3. 10 from 13, we can't lose 4. We're going to have to find a way to make an extra trick here somewhere. We can't do any finesses in hearts because we've got all the hearts already. We can't do any finesses or any promotion in spades, mirrored values. They're both 3 long. Nothing's going to happen in that suit. You could try a finesse to the queen, but I don't think with a double. I think they're going to take their ace and king. Don't you? So what does that leave? The club suit. Watch what the magic happens here. We first start by playing our trump. A low trump to the queen. You could play from either side. I normally like to play the shorter side, the high honor from the shorter side, but you don't have to in this case. What's that? Because I want to start playing another suit later, but I want to make sure that they don't trump me. I want to get rid of their trump. I have 9, 6, and 3, right? How many do they have then? 4. So they're hopefully 2-2, but if they're 3-1 or something like that, which happens a little bit more often, fine.
Getting the trump out?
Pulling the trump. Some people don't like this saying, getting the kiddies off the block, some people say. They have all these little vernaculars for these. But pulling trump. We're gonna pull trump. So you go a low to the queen, that wins the trick. You go a 2 to the 8 or the 9 or whatever you want to. It doesn't really matter because you've got all the big ones there. And they don't play 2-2. This person showed out. They got to follow suit if they can. So that means they were 3-1 against you, weren't they? Because they only had 4, and we saw there were 2 on the first 2 tricks. So this person over in the east hand must have had 3. So we play one more round, and there it finally falls. Now we don't have to worry about playing a side suit and all of a sudden them roughing our winners or something like that. Okay, hearts are all gone. We've got all the trump. Now we can go about our bidding. Watch what happens in the club set. And we already won the ace of clubs, didn't we? We're going to play a club to the queen. What do you think we should play next? The king of clubs. Wonderful. The king of clubs, because when we play the king of clubs, we can pitch one of these losers. Remember I had 4 losers? Now we only have 3 losers. So even though it wasn't a long suit we promoted, it was good enough. We had ace doubleton in clubs. We had king queen there. So we're pitching one of these loser cards. And now from 4 tricks that we would lose, now we only lose 3 tricks because we let the dummy help us. So we go ahead and play some more cards. Yeah, they get their diamond. They play another diamond. We rough it. Sorry, you're too late. We get our ace of spades, and we have to give them 2 spades. Those we're never going to go anywhere. So they've made 3 tricks if you look down in the lower right, and we have made 10 tricks. So once again in review, we open with 12 to 21 points. Our partner responds, knowing we have a 5-card suit or longer, with 3 or more and 6 points or more, with a minimum hand, 6 to 9, they just bid 2 of our suit. With 10 to 12, they jump 1 and they go to 3 of our suit. And with 5 of them, for any points, or if you want to go by 13 points or more, then you can bid the game. So in this case, this hand didn't really have too many losers, did it? You know, I had 1 loser here, 2 losers here, 2 losers there, and maybe 1 here. But when our partner bid the suit, showing 3, looks like we're pretty... Even if I have 3 little, we could try a finesse or seeing if we could drop the queen doubleton. So yeah, it's a pretty good hand here. So we don't really want to go after 2 hearts, 3 hearts, because we know with 19 to 21 points, hey, let's get our game. And we had to do a little work, though, didn't we? We had to pitch a loser, thank you for having the king-queen. Isn't it nice when your partner's got touching honors? Those are good holdings. Okay, we're going to do the next hand. If you have any questions on that, fine. But now you're going to get to start doing them yourself.